and we rise above the fear. So when we talk about facing our fears, we're talking about looking underneath them. We know that there are hidden beliefs where our fear originated. So using the example of me and big dogs, right? I know where it originated from. I'm not going to let it paralyze me from receiving the love of dogs in my life. So I know I've overcome the fear, so much so that my godmother is going to trust me to come in and take care of my god dog, my grand god dog, right? Braxton. So I have moved through this fear. I have embraced this fear and moved through it. But it's a process that we all must move through. We embrace the fear, uncover where it comes from, so that we can then begin to apply compassion to ourselves as well as to others. We grow through the experiences of fear. We don't want to run and hide from them. We want to acknowledge that the fear exists and then go through the process. And the process is using our spiritual tools to walk through the emotions to bring us to the other end of the spectrum. So the opposite of fear is faith. When I was in a place of fear, I dreaded seeing a big dog. I mean, I dreaded it, right? But now I've gotten to a place of warmth, of love, of affection and tenderness, and even to a point of fondness as well. We have to welcome these emotions, understanding that we can experience the full spectrum, but it takes spiritual practice and support to get to the point where we can appreciate what this experience of fear is here to teach us. It can allow us to utilize our spiritual tools, because maybe our spiritual tools were there in the background, but when we experience fear, it comes to the forefront, and we now know it is our time to bring forth our faith. So, what are your spiritual tools that you're using to keep your faith at the forefront? Are we journaling through fear? I tell you, at the end of this, guys, I'm going to have a book that's going to be And because my faith has been brought forward, that I have to journal to move through this experience of being a gypsy for the next few months. It is time when we also have to examine, do I need support? Do I need a spiritual coach, a practitioner, a minister? When fear sets in, this is the time for us to become aware. Okay, I need some help working through this. And thank God I have my spiritual family here to help me work through and move through my fear to keep my faith activated. You notice I said, keep it activated. It's never gone. It's always here with me, but I have to keep it activated. Ernest Holmes says, fear is the antithesis of faith. Like faith, fear may be conscious or subjective. And if it is to be eliminated, it must be removed both consciously and subjectively. That calls for deep intuitive listening. It serves as our guide for exploring our emotional spectrum. When we activate our faith, when we utilize our spiritual tools, it allows us to grow beyond this current experience. We simply take our time and we apply our spiritual practices to support us, to go deeper and explore and unpack and learn and grow from each experience. Our journey here on this planet is simply to take our time, apply our spiritual practices, and do the work to continue to grow spiritually. In the end, we are cleaning out and discovering our true nature, the spiritual being that we are. It will yield us a healthier and happier life. Okay, so I know y'all been waiting, right? You've been waiting to see what the acronym is going to be today. What is it? What's today's title? Today's title is the fear factor, right? So we said that our natural tendency when we feel fear is to forget everything and run, right? So we're not talking about that right now. We're going to talk about the new acronym that goes with the fear factor, which is face everything and rise. And then the factor is faith activates courage to rise. So the fear factor is to face everything and rise because faith activates the courage to rise. That's the faith factor. I hang everything on my faith and boldly go, as we talked about the last time that I spoke. When we boldly go, it stretches us, it grows us. We expand utilizing our tools and the support of each other on this call, our spiritual family. When we use the faith factor, we feel comfortable jumping off that cliff because our faith allows us to know, to feel the confidence. Because when we are utilizing the faith factor, it is multiplying our faith. When we know that there is healing that is happening, that we are learning as we go, when we utilize the faith factor, we know that we are jumping off into courage, that the divine is going to catch us, and we continue to fly. And that fear dissipates because we are able to fly in our faith. To fly in our faith. This is because our faith finds us, it builds us. Faith is cumulative. It is the faith factor where we face everything and rise. Faith activates courage to rise. I am living right now in the house of faith. And so it is.